We're excited to get back out here against Morehead State tomorrow night. My message to our team coming off the crosstown shootout has been, let's continue to embrace the process. You can't ever get tired of it. You ever can't get bored with it. Can't get disinterested. You have to earn that right every single day. And we have to continue to play to our identity, which I think we've been a really good rebounding team, a really good defensive team to this point in the season. That has to show tomorrow night against Morehead State. Morehead State has a couple really good players. Broom is I think they list him as a freshman, but he was there last year. Due to COVID, I guess he'd be considered a freshman. But he's a tremendous player inside. He's 6'10", 245 pounds. He's a lefty, big, strong, athletic. They're going to play a lot through him in the low post. He's a traditional post player. Very, very, very talented. We have to do a great job. All 5 guys on the floor have to do a great job of defending him. Then you got their point guard, who I think is a little bit slept on. I think he's 5th in the country in assists per game, Taylon Cooper. He's got great size, he's got great vision. He kind of he's the straw that stirs the drink, for them. And he's tremendous in ball screens. He finds all their guys that can shoot the ball. He finds Broom a lot around the rim. We got to do a great job of containing him. And then on the other end, defensively, Coach Preston does a great job. He's a really good defensive coach. They're going to keep it tight. They're going to be really good in ball screen defense. And then again, Broom, he really protects the rim very well. He's averaging 3.8 blocks per game. So we're going to have our hands full. We scheduled this game for a reason. We thought they'd be one of the top teams in the OVC, which they will be. So we're going to have a great challenge for us.
You mentioned Johnny Broom and how much they like to play through him offensively, and you talked about this on your radio show last night, but it's like the plan for you guys, it sounds like, is you want to make it as hard as possible to get him the ball inside, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We want to limit his touches, especially deep post catches, right? Because that's where he gets fouled, and he's just so dang big and strong and athletic that he can finish. And so I think, when you talk about post defense, I think a lot of people think of, hey, well, it's just, Jack Nunge's job, Deontay Miles' job, Zach Freemantle's job. Post defense really starts with ball pressure, right? Can you pressure the ball? It's almost like a quarterback when he drops back to pass, he's got to feel that pass rush. That helps the cornerbacks, right? And if you can get pressure on the quarterback, then those passes aren't nearly as accurate, right, to the receivers. So that gives those guys off the ball a little bit, maybe an extra half a second to kind of get themselves in the right position. So I think it starts with that ball pressure. It starts with our guys' readiness, not allowing him to catch that ball deep in the paint. And then we got to have great help side as well on that weak side.
One of the things that's been a concern for you guys this year that we've talked about a lot is turnovers, but in the shootout against a team that's a high ball pressure team, a team that likes to get after it defensively, you guys showed some strides of improvement there. And I'm wondering why you think that is. Like, what went well for you guys in that department against UC? And is that something that you feel like you can sort of run with here?
We need to run with it. I know that because it has been our Achilles heel to this point in the year. It's been the thing that we need to improve on the most. I think we played at our own pace. Never got sped up, played off of 2 feet a lot in the paint, and extra pivots, and we'd pass the ball. We do ball security drills almost every single day, right? Just being strong with the ball, passing to each other, talking to each other, and I think those drills are helping. But our guys know that that's important for us to improve on, especially with the goals that we have in mind. And that's got to show through with Morehead State. Morehead State's not a team, Adam, that's going to be as high ball pressure as a UC or an Oklahoma State, but they are feisty. They can be a little feisty in their gaps. They're tighter off the ball, but they'll try to swipe at your ball and they'll be strong. So we can't just be casual with it. Again, if I thought we also did a great job of shot selection against UC. I thought we took less quick jump shots, contested jump shots. I thought we worked it inside a little bit more, drove the ball, posted it, and that's got to be who we are on the offensive end.
Did you have a conversation with Freemantle about, composure and all that good stuff that goes into being one of your most important players?
Absolutely. Again, Zach's a great player. I think he's emotional. He's an emotional player. And sometimes that emotion makes him a great player. That's what makes him a great player. He's got that edge. He has that chip on his shoulder that you really need. He just has to learn how to channel it all the time. And I know he obviously got tossed. Again, I thought I didn't see the first one. Adam, I still haven't ever really gotten a full explanation of what happened. I know one of the officials had to grab him, I guess, and I don't know why they grabbed him, but they did. And then on the second one, I think he blocked the kid's shot and told him about it. So he's just got to be smarter because we need him on the floor. You know, he's got to be the same guy every single day. He's a great player. Let his play do the talking, and I think the rest will take care of itself.
You got to see your 2-3 defense for the first time against Oklahoma State, and you obviously used it against UC. Was there improvement there in your eyes? Do you like where that's gone, the direction that it's headed?
Yeah, I think when we have great size out there on the floor, I think it's really, really good, right? When you have Zach, Jack, or a combination of Deontay, or Jerome, Colby, Paul, you got a lot of these long dudes out on the floor. I think we could be really disruptive. Just not many passing lanes, with all that length on the floor. So I think we're making strides in it. I think we've gotten better in it. Our identity is still going to be on that man-to-man defense. That's who we are. But we'll sprinkle in that zone time to time, and especially if the occasion, like it called for it against UC, I thought a little bit with Colby going down with 2 fouls early, and I thought the game was going to be called really tight. That's why we went to that zone so early. But again, we're going to be a man-to-man team.
Kiki returned to practice today. Looked like he was good, but is everything? I know Deontay was limping a little bit in that UC game. Are you guys healthy right now?
Yeah, we have a couple guys that had the flu. Deontay Miles was one of them, and Cesar Edwards. I hope that they can play tomorrow. They haven't practiced the last 2 days, though.